Now then, you lovely lot, thanks for joining me today and welcome to our new subscribers. We've had a few recently, so welcome. It's nice to have you with me. My name's Emma and this is the 10-Minute Quilter, and I'm coming to you from the south of England. If you think Stonehenge, then you're pretty much on the mark. And I have been doing patchwork and quilting since my early 20s. And I did my City and Guilds in patchwork and quilting, and then I did a teaching certificate, and that's what I've been doing ever since. And I teach clubs at my local quilt shop in the town close to me. So yes, we've reached 3,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And I also had a notification from YouTube to say that it was my 3-year anniversary. So that's brilliant, all the threes, isn't it? Is coincidence or serendipitous? Is that the word? Never mind. Anyway, you know what I mean. Anyway, so lovely to have you with me. We are all about unfinished quilts, unfinished projects, progress, not perfection at this point. And I'd like you to remember that as we go through the video. I came on earlier in the week and I recorded 9.5 minutes of footage. And when I came to load it up on the Thursday evening, ready to have it out for my usual scheduled Friday evening, I discovered that I was so fixated on plugging the microphone into the top of the camera that I actually forgot to put this one on. And so I had 9.5 minutes of me stood there waffling on and no audio. So if you're new here, just remember that progress, not perfection, and it probably doesn't get much better than this. So just to warn you. So the footage that I recorded was regarding 2 wall hangings that I just finished. And I had decided earlier in the year that I was going to enter into the Malvern Quilt Show. Now, the Malvern Quilt Show usually takes place sort of mid-May, thereabouts, and it's set at the foot of the Malvern Hills, and it is one of my all-time favourite quilt shows. It was probably one of the first quilt shows that I ever went to, but it's a quilt show that holds a very dear place in my heart. I do love it. If you get a beautiful day sitting out there looking at the Malvern Hills, it's just amazing. It's lovely. It's not too big. You can get round it in a day. There are usually some more smaller independent stall holders there, which is really nice as well. So it's a lovely quilt show. So this year I thought I'm going to support it and I'm going to enter a quilt. And the obvious choice was the one that I had just taken off the frame, which was the Sunflower quilt wall hanging by Jenny Haynes or Papa Saxton. Now, I would love to be able to re-record the footage with the wall hangings, but unfortunately I packaged them up and I posted them off to the quilt organisers on Thursday morning. So by the time I realised I had no audio, they'd already gone. Remember, I keep telling you, progress, not perfection. They'd already gone off, so I couldn't redo it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put some of the footage in here so that you can actually see it while I'm still talking about it. Sorry. Anyway, so it came off the frame and I put a call out to you all, didn't I, about facing, because I wanted to do a facing on it, and I got some great suggestions. So thank you so much for those. There was Quilt Roadies, Joe Cunningham, Krista Moser. Ingrid sent me one for American Patchwork and Quilting, which was really good as well. I thought that was a lovely one. I actually went with the cotton and bourbon tutorial, and what I will do is I'll try and put links to them all down in the description box down below, so that if you're looking for one, you could go and have a look and see what you think. It worked really well. I was very pleased with it. It turned out very nicely. It was just straight line quilting, and I did some leaf patterns in there as well to provide a little bit of extra texture in the background. It had a facing, it was quilted with Aurifil thread, and it just had an 80-20 wadding inside it as well. Had quite a funky background. It was a fabric from a Festival of Quilts from last year, so it was all houses, so it was quite a nice bright backing, I thought, which was lovely. And so that one is going into the large wall hanging category. So that was the first one. And then the second one was a small wall hanging that I'd made a few years ago now, I think. My cousin Tracy and I think we challenged each other to enter into QuiltCon one year. And I don't think I had anything else at the time on the go. So I finished this and I entered this. Why on earth I thought this would be QuiltCon material, I have no idea. But I think it was all I had at the time. And I just wanted to say, yeah, I've entered. Because it's so not QuiltCon material at all. Those of you who know, QuiltCon is very modern. And this just isn't. So this is a little wall hanging that came about from a workshop I did at work. And it's based on the feathered star that you can see here, which, as you can see, is quite a complex block. And we did it. I think I did it over a 2-day workshop because there was quite a lot to do and quite a lot to take in. You know, all these little half square triangles. And so I split it over 2 days, and everybody made a block whilst they were doing it. And I was very pleased with mine, really pleased. It was I was very careful with all my seams, and I really sort of took my time with it. And I've got leftover bits and pieces actually from the workshop, because obviously, you know, you do step outs and bits, and, you know, to show people what they're doing. And now I can't find any, which is fairly typical. Here, look, I've got lots of bits here left over. I've probably got enough actually to make a couple more blocks. And these are my handouts. This is the days before I found Illustrator, and I was, you know, photocopying and gluing bits onto my handouts back in the good old days. So I made 2 big ones which have gone into the wall hanging, as you can see. This one, and then I've probably got enough to make another block. But then I also made a couple of miniatures as well. Well, I thought that was a good idea, I don't know, but I did. But they worked out quite nicely. And so I put them together as this little wall hanging, and I quilted it up. And then when it obviously got rejected for QuiltCon, I just shoved it in a cupboard somewhere, as you do, and forgot about it. And when I was going through looking for some samples for a class, I came across it and I thought, well, do you know, it's a shame for it to be sat in the cupboard like that. So I pulled it out, gave it a bit of a spritz and a bit of a tidy up, and I've sent that off as well. So that one is going to go into the small category, the small wall hanging category in Malvern as well. And so the next time I see these two, I'm hoping they've got there. I haven't had a receipt yet to say that they've got there, but I'm hoping they'll be there at the beginning of the week. But yes, so I'm hoping that the next time I see those, they will be hanging in the gallery, in the marquee at the Malvern Quilt Show, which will be nice. So I'm looking forward to that. Right, lovely people, I think that's it for this time round. Thanks ever so much for joining me. I hope you're all well and safe. I know it's a crazy world that we're living in at the moment, so I do hope that you may be finding a little bit of distraction in your sewing perhaps, or reading, or just perhaps taking a moment for yourself. But I do hope you're well. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.